Hey everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore. Welcome to my channel. You are going to flip over these flip cards. I think these cards are so cute, and I think I've made them a long time ago, but I thought I'd make them with our Silly Goose stamp set. I'm going to make a different goose this time, and I thought these would be really cute for like a set to give. I'll probably do 4 for the set, but these just pull out like that and it flips open, and they're easy to do, y'all. So you should give it a try, because don't think they're really hard to do. I'll show you. I used a lot of dies on these, but you can actually just cut out these. I'll give you the measurements when I cut them, and you can just cut the panels out if you want. So you do need a smaller one that fits underneath your top panel. And this could be any size. It could be even round if you want to do a round one, but I thought I'd use our stitch rectangles for this one. So this is the same way this one flips. I didn't write a sentiment in this one because I thought because it's a thank you, you could just write thank you in the inside. And then it also has this, which you can mount a sentiment here. You can even do another image right here if you want. There's 3 spaces to write, so you have a lot of choices. So this is what I'm sharing today. These are of course the gingham colors. I'm doing this pattern right here, but this is the country gingham. You know, I'm going to use this a ton because I bought 2 packs, and you know how I love gingham. This one we're going to do in the mint macaron. This one is petal pink and then balmy blue, and then the other one's sweet sorbet that it comes in. So we're going to do the macaron today, and I'm going to show you what we're using for this. So we're using the Silly Goose stamp set, so it is this one right here. So I'm going to do this one. I'll have to use a bigger panel for it because this one's wider, but I'm going to do this one today. And then I did the birthday. I think I'm going to do another birthday one in the sweet sorbet, and then the thanks right here. But the sentiments are so cute as well. I love these. And then I'm using the stitched rectangles. These are for the panels. And then I'm using the scalloped contours as well. And then out of this Christmas season, I just wanted to show you that you can make the edge in different ways. Now on this one, I used our tag topper punch for this, but we don't carry it anymore. But if you have it, you can use that. It'll make it a lot easier. This one, I used one of these dies right here, and I used the big one. I guess I have it out here. Yeah, it's this one right here. So I just cut the edge with this one. I'll show you how to do that, because if you don't have the tag topper, you can use a die that you have for it, or you can even just cut it like a regular tag on the end. And I'll show you what I mean when we get to that part. Alright, so I'm going to use this and just show you how I did it with these. And these are the Christmas, I'll put it in the description here. I can't think of the name of the dies that those were. Alright, so that's everything we're using. What you're going to need for this is a card base. Now this is a regular card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5. You're going to score it at 4 1/4 for the 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then I'm going to mat this with a piece of basic white, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. If you want to mat the inside here, which I will eventually, it'll be 5 1/4 by 4. So cut 2 if you want to mat the inside. And then the DSP here is the country gingham. Like I said, it's 5 by 3 3/4. All these measurements will be in the inspiration sheet. So if you're new, I do post an inspiration sheet on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com. By the way, if you're new, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. And then these are the pieces that you're going to need this, and this is the little pull, and this is 6 by 2. And then these are the pieces we are using. This is my front piece. This piece, I'm going to tell you the measurements here. This piece is like it's a little bit more than 2.5 by 4. And then this one here, you can do at 2.5 by 3 3/4. Just match it up. Just do like an 1/8 of an inch bigger from your top piece. If you just do it 1/8 inch bigger for your low back panel. And like I did with this, I only had the square one here, the rectangle, and this one is 2 1/4 by 3 1/2, and so I cut my own matted piece on that, and I cut that at 2 3/8 by 4 3/4. Yeah, 2 3/8 by 3 3/4. That's the mat for the inside piece here. All right, so let's get started with this. First, I'm going to stamp our little goose, and we're going to use Memento Black because I'm going to use my blends to color him. And we're going to do this one right here. And we're going to stamp him. I'm going to stamp it up a little bit because I'm going to put a sentiment under there. And we are going to put the sentiment we're going to use is "You Got a Friend in Me." We're going to do that right below it. And then we're going to go ahead and color this. And I'm using Pumpkin Pie Light and Dark. And I think I'm going to use Petal Pink. I'm not sure yet. So that's the Pumpkin Pie. We're going to use the Mint Macaron, of course. And I think I'm going to be using the Sweet Sorbet. And then I'm using my little color lifter. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. And I'm using the dark gray granite. All right, so let's go ahead and color first. I'm going to color his little float here in Mint Macaron. I'll show you this up close when I get it colored because I'm not going to do too much anything special. I'm just going to kind of do basic coloring with this. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to just highlight just a little bit of this. I think I'll do the dots, the dark. And then we're going to do the hat. This is the dark, so I'm going to go ahead and use the light on that. I'm just going to blend that in just a little bit. Just like that. I think I'm going to do a little bit under here. There we go. And we're going to do the little frog. I think I'm going to color him too, Mint Macaron. Just so he goes with it. He's green, so we'll color him, and then we'll just shade him a little bit. All right, that's what we're going to do for him. I'm going to grab some Daffodil Delight just for his little eyes, just to make them. And I think I'm going to do the flower Daffodil Delight too. Forgot about the flower on it. I was going to do that in the Sweet Sorbet, but I'm going to keep it a little bit more monochromatic here. And we'll do that other one too, that other flower she's holding in her mouth. All right. All right, now I'm going to use the Petal Pink, and I'm just going to do the little band on her top of her hat here. And then for her, we're going to outline this. We're just going to do it really close to the already outlined areas, and then I'll show you what I did with this. All right, and then I'm going to take the color lifter, and we are going to just kind of blend that out so it's not just like a stark line. So you're going to blend that gray granite a little bit light here. And it just gives it a little bit of color. So we're going to color his beak. We're going to do it in the light pumpkin pie. Oops, I thought I did it in pumpkin pie, but here we go. Gotta flip this around. There we go. And then we won't use the Sweet Sorbet because I used the Daffodil Delight for the flowers on that. I'm going to grab the dark and just highlight that a little bit because it is real light. Just highlight these flowers. All right, there we go. That is it. And there she is right there. Aren't these so adorable? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to mat this now. And I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal to mat it to here. So this is our front flap. And then this one we're matting. And I need to stamp the sentiment. I have another sentiment I'm going to put on the inside here. And then you can write on the on the inside. If you want to write on that part, you can write on that. This one says, "I'm here for you." Just like that. All right, so these are our two panels. Now we're going to use this, and I'm going to show you how I did this. Okay, so I'm going to use our mini cut and emboss for this. I'm going to show you how I do this here. So this is that die I told you I was going to use. So you want to put it underneath like this. And you want to do it right at the top. And you want to make sure that these are even here at the top. These two little humps are like where you want them. And then use your little tape to hold it down, and then we're going to just run that through. And I'm just going to run it through to cut that part. And then there's our little pull part. So that's all that's to it if you don't have the tag topper punch. And also a way that you can do that, and I'm going to show you here, is this could be another one, and you can just cut it like a tag. Let's use this other one that you cut off here. Sometimes I'll draw it on, and then you could just punch it, which I'm going to punch this one too. But you can just punch that in the center. So that could be your tag, just like that. And you can use that as your pull. Now on this one, I'm just making it a little fancier. And then I'm just going to try to center this. And then there's my little pull tag there. All right, we need to score this. So I'm going to just use this because it's right here. And you're going to score it at 2. And at 2 1/4. You're going to score it from the side that you didn't cut. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to attach our pieces here. And I do need to bring the big cut and emboss up here in a minute to show you the other part, but let's get this part done. So I'm going to glue this on here. And this is the little square on the bottom here. So you can see the 2 lines are right here. You don't want to go over that line. And I'm going to line this up, so I'm going to try to get this even. And you want it in front of that score mark. You don't want to go over it. And I want to make sure I have it even and straight. I think that's good. All right, I'm just using my grid for that. So we're going to put that down. I'm going to use some tear and tape on this 1/4 inch spot right next to it. And this tear and tape, you need something strong. So try to use the tear and tape because it fits there perfectly. And it's just right for that. Let me grab my paper piercer here, and we're going to remove that. All right, now this one is going to go up to that line, that other score line, but not over it. And you want this one also to be about even. So you want it to line up over that other piece. So I want to make sure I got that. Okay. Then press that one down. And I'm going to take my little remover here, glue remover, and make sure there's no glue here because it will kind of make it stick if you have glue on there. So I'm just taking that off here. All right. And then this is going to fold under like that. I still got glue on there. I need to pull that off here. Okay. So that folds under like that. Now I need to bring the big cut and emboss up here so I can show you how to cut the piece out of here. Now this is also from the stitched rectangles. This one is, it looks like about 3/8, about 2.5 what you can do. Now I'm going to use my ruler because I want to measure about how far I want this. You want it a little bit more to the right side. And I'm just going to mark with a pencil. I'm going to mark it at the 2 inches here. And then I'm going to mark from the top at 1.25 inches. So 1.25. And then I'm just going to line this up here on that 2-inch area. And I'm going to try to make it as straight as possible. And you want it to be where these 1.25 inch lines are too, as best as you can. This doesn't have to be perfect, y'all. I'm just trying to give you an idea of where you want it to be. All right, so let me grab the cut and emboss. And you need to cut this little, and if you don't have this die, you can cut it by hand on your trimmer. So you can go in 2 inches and then up 1.25 inches from each side. And you can cut this little hole in there. You can just do it on your trimmer. Okay, so we're gonna, this just makes it easy. So this, I'm going to tell you about how wide this is so you know if you want to cut it. So it's a 1/2 inch wide. So that's what you need to do if you want to cut it in with your trimmer. All right, so this piece is going to go in here. That's all you're going to do. You want to flip this over. You want to make sure this is straight, by the way. Use another piece of tear and tape, and you're only going to put it on this very top side. This very, and this is on your back piece. It's not on the front piece. And you want to remove this. I'm going to show you before I remove that. So what you want to do is you want to make sure this is nice and straight, and you're only adhering it this piece right here, because the back piece needs to move for it to flip open. So I hope you understand that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove that backing, and you're going to make sure this is nice and straight before you commit to putting it down. And you want this to be sticking out some from the side. So I think we're good. There, I'm trying to make sure it's nice and straight. Then just push that down and seal that. Now this is the test. Okay, sorry y'all, my battery just died. I had to change the battery out. All right, so this is where you test it once you get it sealed down. And I hope that you got that part where it's you seal it right here. And then this is how you test it to see if it's gonna work, and that's how it works. All right, I kept talking, so I didn't know how far that it got. I don't know, I thought it was gonna make it to the end without having to charge it, but it died on me. So we're matting this top piece here. And then we're going to mat this to the front here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus. You can use wet glue or whatever, but you don't want to get it anywhere on this or behind it. And I'm just going right up to the edge there. And I'm using my Stampin' Seal Plus because I want this to stay on here. It needs to be strong because they're going to be opening it. All right, had to grab another. Oh boy. All right, so we're going to just put it all around here. I'm just doing it at that top edge there. And now you want to make sure this is centered as well to it right here. It's really easy to do. Once you do one, you will want to do them all. That's why I started doing all these other ones. All right, so now I'm going to put a little piece of ribbon right here. And I'm just going to use this small crinkle ribbon. And we're going to put that through the hole here. You can just tie a knot in this, or you can make a bow. I like the bow. I think the bow is really cute. So we're going to just tie it right here. I love this seam binding ribbon anyway. So pretty. And then we're going to just cut that. And then that's how you're going to pull this open. And then, like I said, you can mat the inside as well, and the mat will be 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. So that's it. Aren't they adorable though? They're so fun, and they're really not hard to do at all, y'all. Okay, so here are the other two as well. So I thought it would make a really cute little set. And I think I'm going to do one more, and probably another birthday one, because they fit really good on here, and I want them all to be kind of alike. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed it. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com. That's my January house code. And I hope you all have a blessed day and a good week. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.